Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you're new here, I'm Natalie, and my new husband Jimmy and I travel around the United States and honestly kind of wherever we happen to go, and we make travel videos. But this video, we're pretty excited because we're actually in our home state of South Carolina. We have not been here for over a year. It's been a long, long time, but we found this really pretty spot. We're on the Saluda River. So it's this pretty green river behind me. And it's a little chilly today, but we're gonna be camping at this spot tonight. So we're really excited to spend some time exploring our own backyard.
So we do have some pretty fun plans starting tomorrow, but we figured we first probably need to fill you in on some bad news. It wouldn't be a new week of van life if there wasn't a little bit of bad news.
Yeah. We knew this day would come eventually, whenever we bought a ProMaster.
But I think our transmission is on the way out. Long story short, we got it serviced while visiting home. During that service, they informed us that our transmission pan was filled with metal shavings, which is not good. So I think it's about time that Pancake gets a transmission rebuild.
Yeah, which if you know anything about cars pretty much at all, you know if the word transmission is in the fix, it's probably going to be a little pricey. But thankfully, Ram ProMasters are known for having transmission issues. Their transmissions rarely make it to 100,000 miles, so we've budgeted for this. We figured it was going to happen eventually. We were just hoping we would get a little bit more lucky.
So we've got the appointment scheduled for next week, but until then, we figured we'd roll the dice a little bit and go on one more little trip while we're here and explore a little bit more of our home state.
Yeah, we're taking Pancake for her last little free run before she has to go to her big vet appointment.
Thought you were going to say the last little run ever.
Oh no! Oh, don't let her hear us say that. She won't get fixed. Pancake is the name of our van, by the way, if you're new here. It's not a pet. We're pretty stoked to have found a pretty camp spot like this on the East Coast. It's definitely a bit harder to find free dispersed camping on the East Coast since everything is so densely populated over here. But this spot is at a boat landing by Higgins Bridge. We're a little bit outside of Columbia, South Carolina, really close to Lake Murray. And this is pretty cool for me. It feels a little weird being here because I actually grew up in a house that is less than an hour away from here. This is like definitely our backyard. Got it. It's so cold outside. We're trying to really figure out how to make it extra cozy in here. We can get our gas heater going, so we'll get it real warm, and Jimmy is working on getting some of our special cozy lights. We really only pull these out when we're feeling extra fun or when we need to lift our spirits, but we're thinking about setting these up around the front of the van just to kind of set the stage before we start chilling in here. Ooh. Nice!
Cute.
Cute! Can we turn off the overhead lights or is it too dark?
I think it'll look better without these lights.
That's cozy. I don't know if this is high maintenance, but I can't cook with red lights on. Just makes everything look weird. We're about to start cooking dinner. We've got kind of a fun recipe picked out for tonight. It looks really fancy, but I don't think it's that complicated, honestly, once you get down into it. So to start, you're gonna toast some panko breadcrumbs until they're golden brown, and then add in the white part of some scallions, season with salt and pepper, and then you'll set those aside for later. Next, you're gonna wash and shred 8 ounces of Brussels sprouts, and then cook those in a pan for 4 to 6 minutes until they're bright green. And then while that's cooking, You're gonna boil some water, put in about a handful of pasta. Once that's ready and totally cooked, you'll drain most of the water, but leave a little bit behind because we're gonna make the sauce in with the noodles. So to make the sauce, I like to add in half a jar of white sauce, and then from there, you add in salt and pepper to season, garlic salt, Parmesan cheese, the remaining scallions, and a big squeeze of lemon juice. Once it's had a chance to get hot, you add in the Brussels sprouts, mix it all together, then you're gonna serve it in bowls and top it with the panko. And that is how you make lemon Brussels sprout spaghetti.
That looks so good.
Right?
Yeah.
It's pretty.
It's actually really pretty.
Yeah.
It's not a surprise or anything.
I always make food that tastes good, but it never looks this pretty. I've kind of outdone myself on the presentation.
Look at that.
I don't mean to brag or anything. It's the breadcrumbs. I feel like anything with breadcrumbs on top of it is like, oh, that looks good.
And the scallions.
Yeah, those look fancy.
I'm so excited for this. All right, hold that.
All right. Looks good.
You didn't see that.
Is it good?
That's really good.
Really?
Oh my gosh. That's so good.
Oh.
I'm so glad we do different things. If you watch our videos at all, you might know that we have the exact same dinner every single night. So it is kind of fun when we splurge and have some fun ones. So I appreciate you, Nat. Thank you for making this.
Oh, thank you, Jimmy. I'm glad you like it. Aw. Dang, I'm excited to try it after hearing that. Since we do live in the van full time, we've got a tiny kitchen, so it's really nice finding meals like this that we can actually cook in here that are a little bit more fancy than just SpaghettiOs. All we have to cook with is a 2-burner electric cooktop. So we don't have an oven, no microwave, no air fryer, crock pot, none of that. So finding a nice meal that we can make with just our setup is like a pretty big win.
I will say though, this is probably the biggest meal we would ever attempt in the van. If it's any bigger than this, I do not think it would be possible. Real quick, I wanted to give a huge shout out to Surfshark VPN for helping to protect our online security. With all of the moving around we like to do, we're constantly connecting to new Wi-Fis, which means opening ourselves up to risks like getting our account hacked or our data stolen. Thankfully, we're partnering with Surfshark VPN to keep our online presence hidden and our data encrypted. Surfshark is a VPN that keeps your personal data secure while you browse, especially on public Wi-Fi, whether that be at a cafe, an airport, or even while uploading this very video from the road. With Surfshark VPN, you can also unblock and access a wide range of streaming services and shows that might not be available in your home country. If you can't tell, this is probably one of our favorite features. And the neat thing is, one subscription covers all of our devices, laptops, phones, tablets, so Natalie and I are covered no matter what. So if you want to stay safe and connected, head over to surfshark.com/Jimmy and Natalie to get 4 extra months free. And there's no risk in trying it out because they have a 30-day money-back guarantee. Now, back to the video. Directions. Shake can gently. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Oh!
How is it?
It's good. That's really good. I haven't had that in a long time. It's on my face, isn't it?
No. Barely.
Yes, it is. I'm gonna have to wash my face real good tonight. Jimmy, can I show him your thing you built?
I think it's time.
All right. Jimmy's been working hard over the holidays. And check this out. Ta-da!
Dun-da-da-da.
Dun-da-da. It's a drawer with our reverse osmosis water filter, so it doesn't just live on the countertop all the time.
And what are those?
Oh, Jimmy made this whole big panel so that we can control all of our electrical stuff in one spot. So this is the water gauge, so it shows how much we have left in our water tank. These are 2 switches. The top one controls our inverter, and the green light means that it's on. The bottom one is not hooked up to anything, but it's just there for future improvements to the van. If we ever want to add anything that needs a switch, we've already got one installed. And then this little panel has all of our internet switches, and they're very satisfying to click. Can I do this one?
Yeah, I think that one's safe.
Okay. That one's not plugged up to anything.
And the reason she's showing that off is because the water filter not only filters water, but makes hot water, which means we get to have hot cocoa.
Yeah, hot cocoa! Don't we have to put the powder in first, though?
It's literally been so long. Where is it?
We got the kind with marshmallows, because we're feeling fancy.
Oh my god.
Is that a lot or something?
I don't think they know that your hot chocolate ends like here, and all of that is whipped cream.
That's why I wanted a big mug. I don't know how I'm gonna drink that though. Can I take a sip?
Yeah. Nope. Did you spill it?
Yeah. Yeah, it came out the side.
All right, well, that's the only mess that you've made. You don't got to worry about anything else.
All right. Oh my god. Whoops.
Oh.
That might be even more than I had.
I don't know about that.
He taught me up.
Oh yeah.
Hey, there we go. I love it.
So, since we're officially in the new year, we thought we would give some thought and daydream a little bit about what we want our goals to be for 2025. So we've not talked about this prior to turning on the camera. So I'm interested to know, if you had an unlimited wallet,
Ooh.
an unlimited time, well, within 2025, what would be your goal? What would be your stretch goal?
Oh man. I feel like I would just spend a lot of time visiting all the donkey sanctuaries.
It's a good goal. It was her birthday a couple days ago, and we went to a donkey sanctuary in North Carolina.
It was amazing. Definitely would recommend if anyone's around the area. Red Bell Run.
They have over 150 equines, half of them are donkeys. Really cool, so yeah, good goal for 2025. Okay, I did not expect your answer. I thought we're going more extreme. So mine, number one is a two-parter. So number one, I'd love to have 100,000 subscribers.
That would be nice.
That would be nice. And then number two, I think it would be fun to do at least one really big thing this year, which means to me, do another build, go overseas in some way, or maybe like go to mainland Mexico or something.
Yeah.
We went to Baja last year, but not mainland. So I think any of those three things would be a pretty extreme thing on my bucket list that I would love to do in 2025.
All right, I wanna amend my answer.
Okay.
Still want to see all the donkeys. I would really love to go to Asia. I would love to go to Japan, Vietnam, Thailand. I mean, lots of other places. Indonesia. Lots of places in Asia we've never been. The only continents we've been to are North America and Europe. So I think Asia would just be a completely new experience.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll make it this year though. That would be
Yeah, it'd be an extreme goal.
It would be. That'd be cool.
Yeah, it'd be fun. All right, well, to our dreams and goals for 2025.
Yep. I definitely taste some dish soap on this. On this mug.
You gotta be thorough.
I don't know. There's enough sugar to drown it out.
Yeah, mine's fine.
Yeah, I didn't say it wasn't good. The rain is making it really peaceful here, but I'm honestly hoping that it'll stop soon. We've got plans to go into Congaree National Park later today, and we want to do a couple hikes.
There you go.
Thank you.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how much have you been looking forward to Congaree?
Like a 6. That feels harsh.
I have been very excited for it because it is known by several sources as the worst national park in the United States, which I think is hilarious because we're from South Carolina and we only have one national park. So it just has to be us that has the worst. I don't know if that's true. I feel like a lot of people embellish on the internet. So I'm excited to get there and check it out, and we'll let you know if that's true.
I feel like that's not an objective measure. I think that that's just someone's opinion. I think there's a lot of room for debate.
There's no debate. We'll figure it out today and we'll let you know.
That's true. The way out from our campsite is a one-way road, and there's really no shoulder to get over to if we need to pass anybody coming the other direction. So this is one of those where you just kind of cross your fingers and hope you don't run into anybody on the way out, because it would be a long back out if we had to.
You had to jinx it.
I swear we didn't stage that. Oh my God.
Oh boy.
Okay.
We might be able to make it.
You think?
There's 2 cars.
Oh, there's 2. Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
Oof, that's a steep ditch.
Yeah. Dang. Well, they were very nice.
Oh.
All right. Oh, they're backing out.
Oh my gosh. Are we close to the end, do you think, for them?
I think they are. We're not.
Yeah.
We probably got a quarter mile at least. We'd have to go in reverse if we went that way.
Yeah, with a lot of wines and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
That's why you get a Subaru, so you can do stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
Thanks. Worked out, I guess. Looks like the sun came out after all.
So we have made it to Congaree National Park, and we went ahead and stopped by the Visitor Center for first impressions. And I'm only saying this because we mentioned it earlier, but the Visitor Center was a little underwhelming.
What?
I'm just trying to be fair. I know it has no reflection on the rest of the park, but I figured I'd mention it. It is a little bit smaller, but beyond that, that's the worst part of it.
Okay. I had a slightly different take. I thought the Visitor Center was really cute. I think it looks like a big lodge. Doesn't really look like a typical visitor center. One weird little thing that I kind of liked is inside the Visitor Center, usually you would see a lot of taxidermied animals, and they had more stuffed animals, which I think is cute.
It was cute.
But
I promise it wasn't that bad. I just got to be honest.
yeah, I see it. It's underwhelming. I don't know. I liked it though. I've got high hopes for the park as well. These things are called knees.
Why do you say that like it's a question?
Because I think it's weird. It's very quirky.
I saw in the visitor center, they're not quite sure what the knees are for. They're either for bringing air into the roots, or what was the second reason? Oh, stabilization.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's to stabilize the trees so they don't fall over in the mud. So we were finishing up with the low boardwalk and transferring from the low to the high boardwalk. But I'm pretty sure the low boardwalk is the one that gets flooded a number of times per year, usually in the late winter, I think, so that's why it's not flooded now.
My guess is that the people who call this the worst national park probably come here when the boardwalk is flooded, and so they don't really have a great experience. Do you have an opinion on what's the worst national park?
This one.
Really?
That's what we heard.
This one. That's why I came.
Really?
No, well, I retract my statement. Arch National Park.
The Arch. Okay, we just did that one like a month ago.
I mean, you go up in the elevator, you're like, oh wow, it's a city.
Yeah.
So yeah, dead last.
Yeah.
Zion is number one. And then obviously I recommend to everybody the Mighty Four in Colorado. Gotta hit all of them. What was your guys' names?
Jimmy.
Jimmy? I'm Dylan, man. You guys want a picture?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Before I go.
It's recording, so we'll just grab a picture from the video later. Should we do a silly one, or is that too much?
Yeah, no, a silly one. I like silly.
Are you ready? All right, 1, 2, 3.
I love it. I love it. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like it.
Thank you
That's
so
awesome.
much. Appreciate it.
Glad
Thank
you guys
you.
have fun out here.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Dylan.
All right, have a good one.
So he said that this is the worst national park.
And he's been to 29 parks so far.
Well, okay, he did say the St. Louis Arch, which I get it, it's not much of a park. Even if this one is known by some people as the worst national park, at least it's known for something. Because he's not even halfway through seeing all the national parks, and he chose to come here. Am I being too defensive for South Carolina?
I feel like we have to be defensive. It's our home state, and I feel bad even implying that this is the worst. But we have had one person say it was.
Yeah, I think it's just got a reputation out there.
And Natalie mentioned this earlier, which I think holds a lot of credit. I think it's the mosquitoes that do it too.
Yes,
Again,
gotta be.
we got lucky because we came in the beginning of winter, so there are no bugs out right now, particularly flying bugs.
Yeah, they've got a mosquito meter at the visitor center, and it goes from 1 to 6. Today is 1, so it's all clear, but it goes up to, what is 6 again? It's like
War zone.
war zone, yeah. So I'm sure it gets really bad in the summer. Those little guys down there are dwarf palmettos.
Cool.
They're so cute. They're closely related to the cabbage palmetto, which is South Carolina's state tree.
This part looks so different.
I know, this is so interesting.
Ooh, did you hear that?
Yeah, what was that?
Oh,
Oh my god.
it's a big bird way over there.
I think it was a duck. Cute.
And, oh, I just hit 10,000 steps.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Nice.
In a swamp.
Okay, it's a floodplain.
Yeah. They do go out of their way to not call it a swamp in the brochure. They call it a floodplain, a forest, a very old forest. What do they call it?
Old growth forest, a wetland.
Anything but a swamp.
Is it gonna mess you up if I cut the light on?
No, go for it.
Okay.
Ah!
Jimmy, don't play. Our camera battery died while we were out hiking, but we made it back to the van. It's after sunset. It got dark really quick out here. And I think our plan for tonight is to go and get some pizza.
Hey, can I just get a classic cheese?
769.
Alrighty.
Okay, like 10 minutes.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. We got the pizza.
Classic cheese for my classic gal.
Aw, thanks, Jimmy.
Oh, it's a red light.
Ooh.
Hold on to the pizza.
Oh my god. Ooh, they ran that.
Yeah, I don't think that guy got the memo.
Mm-mm. That guy just straight up ran a red light. That's a little scary. Well, we got the pizza, obviously. And we're heading to a spot that we found on iOverlander where we're gonna camp for the night.
Nice. Okay. Oh, got a buddy.
Oh,
We're not alone.
hey, buddy.
Well, this is probably the quietest Crackle Barrel. Sorry, that's hard to say.
Cracker Bargle.
Crackle Bargle. This is probably the quietest Cracker Barrel that we've ever stayed at. They usually put them right next to the interstate, so they get a lot of road noise. But we had to drive a good bit away from the road, so it's actually pretty quiet here. It's kind of nice. We did end up doing a couple more trails after the boardwalk just to see a little bit more of the park. And I think the moral of the story is here, don't listen to people. Even on the internet, when they tell you something's bad, you should probably go out and experience it for yourself. I think it's really important to preserve these lands, and I think that was a major part of this national park specifically. But either way, they do an awesome job maintaining it, as they do with every park. So I really appreciate, you know, the national park teams out there doing this work, because it gives us something fun to go do on our little camping dates.
Yeah, I'm really glad we went. That was a fun day.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, they gave us a lot of cheese.
So I think we're just gonna enjoy this pizza for the rest of the night, maybe relax a little bit, and I think we're gonna call it here. Next week, we have more information about the transmission that we kind of alluded to at the beginning of this video. So be on the lookout for that. It should be very interesting.
I hope it's not interesting.
It'll be very interesting.
Oh.
We've got fun plans.
Oh, yeah, that'll be fun.
We've got fun plans while the van is in the shop. So
We'll leave it at that for now.
all right, well, thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.